The girl's delicate hand trembled slightly as she clutched her chest, her long pink hair cascading down like soft silk. There was a sense of unease in her gesture, a quiet attempt to hold herself together as emotions stirred beneath the surface. The air between them seemed to hum with unspoken tension. Startled, the girl let out a small cry. "Ugh!" Her wide eyes met the calm yet intense gaze of the man before her. Dressed sharply in a dark suit and tie, his composed expression contrasted with her surprise. It was as if he had expected this moment all along, while she was caught completely off guard. In her flustered state, she stumbled slightly, and his arm reached out instinctively to steady her. Yet her frustration broke through as she exclaimed, "You have ruined my good work!" The weight of her disappointment filled the air. Whatever she had been working so hard on had just fallen apart in an instant. The man's lips curved into a faint, knowing smile. His eyes glimmered with something unreadable. Confidence, perhaps, or something darker. "If you were here," he murmured, his voice low and controlled, "I'm feeling very excited. By the way, replace her to get the job done that I want to do." His words carried a sense of manipulation, as if every move had been planned long before. The girl's expression shifted from shock to sorrow, as her eyes glistened under the dim light. Her thoughts echoed softly, trembling with emotion. I don't want to be that way." It was a quiet plea from her heart, a desperate resistance against the fate being forced upon her. Her wide, violet eyes glimmered in the soft light, filled with confusion and disbelief. A shadow fell across her face, hinting at the storm of emotions rising within her. She stood frozen, her lips slightly parted, as if words were caught in her throat, words she couldn't bring herself to say. Everything around her seemed to fade, leaving only the weight of her own thoughts pressing down on her fragile heart. The room was quiet but heavy with tension. The man sat on the couch, holding the girl gently yet firmly, while a woman with flowing crimson hair stood before them, her back straight and posture commanding. In the corner, an older man in a crisp white suit observed the scene silently, his arms crossed as if judging every unspoken thought in the room. The elegant decor, the shelves, the warm lighting, and the neatly arranged plants couldn't hide the chill in the air. The man in the white suit smiled faintly, his tone laced with mockery as he spoke. "Unexpectedly," he said, almost amused, "there's actually a woman who dares to resist Di Xiao's so-called pampering. Even Bei Mingye, it seems, has finally met his match." His words carried both ridicule and surprise, echoing across the room like a sharp blade cloaked in politeness. He crossed his arms slowly, his expression composed yet full of knowing arrogance. Every gesture he made seemed deliberate, a silent reminder that he was someone who observed everything but revealed nothing. The air around him radiated calm confidence, masking the amusement he felt at the chaos before him. Meanwhile, the woman in the crimson dress clenched her hands, her scarlet eyes narrowing in fury. Her lips tightened as anger flickered beneath her calm exterior. She looked both elegant and dangerous, the kind of beauty that could burn. The word angry might have been simple, but it couldn't capture the storm raging within her. The jealousy, the pride, and the pain that threatened to burst free. In a sleek, modern office overlooking the glowing city skyline, the air suddenly grows tense. A tall woman with long, wavy hair and a fierce expression steps forward, glaring at the man seated near the window. Her voice cuts through the silence like a blade. "Mr. Bei Minghe, you and her?" The man, composed and confident, leans back in his chair with a cigarette between his lips. Beside him sits a young woman with soft pink hair, looking startled yet uncertain. The confrontation has begun. The man lifts his gaze calmly, his sharp eyes locking onto the woman standing before him. Without hesitation, his voice is low but firm. "She is also like you. Then, with a dismissive tone, he adds, "I want to be with her tonight. You go home first." The young woman beside him lowers her head slightly, clearly uneasy, while the woman standing stiffens in shock at his cold, heartless words. Near the doorway, a man dressed elegantly in white watches the scene unfold. His golden glasses glint under the warm light as his thoughts echo silently. Yi never let that kind of woman enter his office before, but tonight he broke his own rule. What does he want to do after all? The quiet observer senses something unusual in Bei Mingyi's actions, something far beyond a casual encounter. The tension lingers heavily in the room. The elegant man leans casually against the wall, arms folded, as Bei Mingyi and the pink-haired woman sit close together, their presence almost challenging the other woman's anger. It is clear this is no ordinary situation. Something deliberate is at play. Finally, Bei Mingyi breaks the silence once more. His hand moves with practiced ease as he takes out a business card, his expression indifferent. "Regarding the casting, I gave it to them. Take my business card and find their leader. They will arrange a role for you." His words sting like ice. What once might have been personal has turned into a cold, transactional exchange. The woman standing is left with no choice but to take the card, her pride and emotions clashing in silence.
The atmosphere in the room grows heavier. The pink-haired girl, sitting beside Bei Mingyi, lowers her gaze, her delicate hands trembling slightly. His firm grip around her wrist anchors her in place, both protective and possessive at once. Her soft white dress with pink ribbons contrasts sharply with the cold authority in his black suit. She bites her lip, clearly conflicted, as the woman standing across from them watches, her anger barely contained. This is no longer just a casual meeting. This is a power struggle. In the dim glow of the night city, two hands meet in the air. A black business card, gleaming faintly in the light, is exchanged without a single word. This gesture, quiet but loaded with meaning, carries power, opportunity, and control. It is not just a card. It is a key to something larger, something the receiver cannot afford to refuse. The red-haired woman, dressed in a striking crimson dress, looks down at the card in her hands and smiles sweetly. Her voice, soft yet calculated, fills the room. "Just now, you said that I could hang out around Diwan. Is this true?" Her confidence blooms like a dangerous flower. She knows this moment could change her position entirely. Bei Mingyi's expression softens slightly as he glances at the pink-haired girl. His tone is smooth, calm, yet impossible to read. "If you have free time, you can come here. With more company, it will be more fun." His words are both an invitation and a subtle warning, layered with unspoken intentions. The pink-haired girl leans closer to him, her face uncertain, but drawn into his worlds nonetheless. The man wraps his arm gently but firmly around the pink-haired girl, pulling her closer. Her wide violet eyes look up at him, filled with hesitation and something deeper she can't name. The gap between them narrows, and she can feel the weight of the situation pressing down on her chest. Around them, the world blurs out, only their unsteady connection remains in sharp focus. The red-haired woman tilts her head slightly, a confident smile playing at the corners of her lips. Her tone is light, almost playful, but her eyes gleam with calculation. "So, when Ka comes here, call me. We'll go together. Boss, I'll go first." Behind her, blurred in the distance, Bei Mingyi and the pink-haired girl remain seated together. The woman's words signal the end of this tense encounter, but something unspoken lingers in the air as she turns to leave. With one last wave of her gloved hand, she smiles slyly, as if already planning her next move. Bei Mingyi's response is short and firm, echoing through the room like a command. Yes. No warmth, no softness, just authority.
She accepts it with ease, unbothered, and steps out with elegance. Behind her, the couple on the sofa remains motionless, the tension between them thick and suffocating. The heavy wooden doors swing shut with a soft but final click. The outside world fades away, sealing the two of them inside the room. What had been a shared space is now a private battlefield. Two people, two hearts, in a storm waiting to erupt. The pink-haired girl suddenly raises her voice, breaking the silence. Her face twists with frustration and pain as she pushes against Bei Mingyi's hold. "Enough! Can you let me go?" Her voice trembles, not just from anger, but from the weight of everything that has happened tonight. Bei Mingyi looks down at her, unreadable, his grip still firm, as if her words mean little against his will. She twists in his arms, trying to break free. Her delicate hands push against his chest, her body turning away in resistance. But his hands remain strong, wrapping around her wrists, pulling her closer despite her protests. Her heart pounds in her chest, caught between fear, defiance, and something more complicated, something she refuses to name.
Bei Mingyi leans in closer, his gaze sharp and unrelenting. His voice, low but commanding, pierces through the tense silence. "She left, then you told me to let you go right after that? Did that make sense?" The pink-haired girl stiffens in his grip, his words sinking into her like ice. His tone carries no warmth, only the weight of power and control. His hand rises slowly, lifting her chin with firm fingers. Their eyes lock. She can see the intensity in his gaze, dark, unreadable, and dangerous. Her breath catches in her throat. Though she wants to look away, something about his stare pins her in place, leaving her feeling exposed and vulnerable. Bei Mingyi tilts his head slightly toward the corner of the room, where another figure stands. His voice is edged with irritation as he speaks sharply. "Huh, still want to stand here and watch?" The silver-haired man in the white suit stands calmly, observing everything with an unsettling ease. His presence is both detached and amused, as if he's enjoying the chaos unraveling before him. The man adjusts his glasses, a smirk curving on his lips as light reflects off the lenses. "If you don't mind," he replies coolly, his tone dripping with mischief. He has no intention of leaving, and his smirk only makes the atmosphere heavier. The girl's wide violet eyes shimmer with unshed tears. Her breath trembles as fear washes over her like a cold tide. She doesn't understand where this is heading, but everything inside her screams danger. Her pulse races wildly as panic begins to take hold. She suddenly bursts out, voice cracking with raw emotion. "Do not! Bei Mingyi, I don't want!" Tears stream down her face as she struggles against his grip. Her hands push and flail, but his hold remains unyielding. Her cry isn't just a plea, it's a scream for escape, for freedom. Her shoulders shake and her voice lowers into something more broken, more desperate. "If you want to humiliate me, you'd rather kill me, Bei Mingyi." Her trembling figure reflects the storm inside her heart. She's cornered, not just physically, but emotionally. Her words cut through the tension like glass, but the night offers no mercy.